Hey guys, I am here with my third batch of resin, and I have to say this batch turned out pretty good. So again, I was doing a lot of found objects. I did do some stickers in there too, because I wanted to see how different textures looked. So let's see, this batch turned out super clear compared to the last ones. This is just a broken earring, actually. These were all in one string, and I kind of separated it into two parts and put them in there. And once again, the rhinestones seem to have kept their facets, which is really cool. And then I did a kind of speckled black and white background. Then we have this guy. This is a glass penguin that I got at SeaWorld a long time ago, and I wanted to see how he would look in the resin. And you can see it got this really interesting effect. It's sort of translucent. You can actually see right through him, except for the parts that are colored. So I don't know what I think about it. I think it looks kind of cool, but you can't really tell that he's a penguin. And then there's just some snowflakes behind him. Then there's this piece. This is some nail polish that I dropped in and swirled. I really like how this one turned out. I think that made kind of a cool pattern. We've got this one with a unicorn sticker. It's sort of cutesy, but not too bad. And I just did plain white backgrounds on all of these. Then we have this music note piece. I think that one turned out pretty cool. It's another piece with nail polish. And this one when I pulled it out of the mold, for some reason, this was the only one that was soft. So it made these like divots in it. I gotta go back over it with some resin, see if I can even this out, because that did not make me happy, but the pattern turned out really cool. Then there's these comedy tragedy masks. I think that turned out pretty cool. They're a little bit too close to the background though, so if I did it again, I think I would do a different background on it. Then there's this unicorn piece. This was a broken necklace charm, I think, possibly an earring. Sorry, they're really shiny. And then that's just a holographic sticker behind it. I don't actually like how this one turned out all that much, and it dripped a little when I domed it, so I have to go back over it. That's what that is. Then there's this one, which is one of my favorites of this bunch. This is more nail polish. I just dropped in a bunch of colors and kind of made these comma shapes. And I love how this one turned out. It's so kind of abstract and interesting to look at. Then we have another unicorn piece. This one I really like. This is another one of my favorites of this batch. Sort of regal looking unicorn with some hearts. I tried to make it kind of look like a coat of arms almost. And I love that the mane sparkles and the tail. Then there's this one, which I went through my kind of bag of random stuff, and I found this little tiny 7-Up can. I don't know what this was from. I think it was like a cake topper or something, but I wanted to try and do like a 60s theme, and this is another one that spilled, so that's what this is. I have to go back over it, but it turned out pretty cute. I tried to do this like lemon limey glitter in the background of this one. So kind of like a 60s retro feeling. Then there's this one, which is probably my least favorite from this batch. It was just another broken earring that I kind of layered in there just to make an interesting shape. Got a little bit thick to try and cover the whole thing, so it's still kind of cool to look at though. And there's like various pink glitters in the background of this one. Then I did another key one, and this one I did some different colored stripe glitter in the background. I like this one too. This one turned out really cool. And then my other favorite from this batch, this one, which kind of ended up having a rainbow effect in the background, which I didn't really intend it to have. Another sort of like 60s kind of piece. So I did the peace sign in there, and then these little cubes here were broken earrings, and I love it because some angles you can't see them at all, and then you turn it and there's these flashes of color. So that turned out really cool. I like how that one turned out a lot. Then last but not least, a lot of people had suggested trying flowers. So I didn't have any dried flowers, but I do have a flowering plant at the moment, a cyclamen, that's in my bathroom. And when I put these flowers in, they were bright red, and they went this sort of dull pink black color, which was interesting. I don't really like how this turned out, but a friend of mine saw it and she actually really liked it, thought it turned out cool. So I did the background in this pink and green glitter to try and make it look a little Victorian, I guess. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll try drying the flowers out next time. Hopefully they'll retain a little bit more of their color. So that is the third batch of resin. Thanks, guys.